Hey, welcome to the Friday Big Show. Today's topic comes from one of you. The question, how do those middle school orientations work? Wonderful question on the minds of a lot of kids and parents today, because as we get into August, that is going to be a huge topic. Kids are going to be going to orientation at different points, usually a week to 10 days prior to the school beginning, but not always. Sometimes orientation happens over the first couple of days. The time, not really important unless you don't know when it is. So step number one, call the school. When is that orientation? A lot of schools will send out packets ahead of time. Read through every page. Okay, sit there with a highlighter. Who are the important people that you need to know, right? The principal, the vice principals. At larger schools, you're going to have more than one. Who are the counselors, the people who are in charge of your academic schedule should you ever need to make changes? Very important. Also, the health technician or the nurse, just depends on what they're called there, in case you are in need of medical assistance. And the number one most important person at a school site, the custodian. Why? Because say you leave that homework behind and you need to get into school after hours, typically the custodian is going to be the only one there. If you are on good terms with that person, could mean the difference between you getting that homework and you not. So identify who that person is, introduce yourself with a handshake, welcome him to the school year. Okay, enough said. When you actually get to the orientation, though, a lot of different things can happen. Essentially, though, what you want to walk away with are the names of those important people, your class schedule, if it's available, a map of the school so that you know not only where your classrooms are, where the lockers are, and also where the restrooms are. That is another key piece of information. And then where the PE happens, if that is on your schedule. So those are key pieces of information. The other thing that's going to happen at orientation is typically they will let you know what the different clubs are, the different extracurricular activities. So make a note, again, with the highlighter, all those papers that are going to be coming to you that day or ahead of time. Okay? Even better yet, if you can come in with questions about some of the different clubs that you're interested in, outstanding. Okay? You're one step ahead, which is what I encourage you to be. Just one step ahead so that you really go into the orientation with some significant questions about things that you are curious about. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be inundated with material. Everything's new and you reach a point where you just simply can't take in any more information. Okay? The bottom line, though, with orientation is it's meant to be a time, typically one day, sometimes longer, where you can become more familiar with the school. So when you actually show up on day one, you will have already been there, you're more familiar, you're excited and less nervous about where you're supposed to go, what you're supposed to do. So more on that in the coming days. I think another episode is definitely due on that because it is a huge topic, but there's a little bit of information there just to get you rolling. Now, another important announcement. Next Saturday is August 1st, not tomorrow, but the following Saturday, August 1st. What happens on August 1st? That is the back to school starter kit date. That is the date. Love being in the flight bath because you just get the realness of being out in the environment or at the flight door. So on August 1st, the back to school starter kit, I'll give you a brief glimpse of what that's going to be like. Not only am I going to give you every piece of material, every bit of those basic materials you're going to need to get started during the first couple of weeks of school, you're also going to get a DVD that helps to explain how to use them. Things like the desktop calendar, things like the filing crate, things like how to get the binder organized, all instructional videos on the DVD, and you get a copy of the book. That's the level one. Level two is you get everything that I just talked about sent directly to your doorstep, and you also get 3 hours of phone coaching for parents and kids. Just a little bit of extra support. Level 3, okay, we'll get names for each of these. Level 3 is I show up on your door for 4 days. What could be better, right? You get to have me as a guest for 4 days, and we really pave the way, create a solid foundation, not only working with the child, but also with the parents, the whole family, to smooth that transition into the new school year. So that is what's coming August 1st. Look for another announcement maybe midweek next week. And then, of course, the unveiling next Saturday. Have a wonderful weekend with your families. Take care of yourself.